What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the 26th episode of Hertford to the Premier League. Let's have a look at our fixtures, guys, because you're going to be pretty impressed, almost as impressed as I was. Look at that. So after the first match, which you may be thinking, hold on, that wasn't the result before, it was 1-0. Well, my game actually crashed, and this has happened quite a lot recently, something that I'm really trying to fix, like an issue that's really damaging my game. That's maybe why there's a lot of save times. If you see my game, you might think, oh, you save before every match. Well, I don't have that many saves anyways, but for the fact that I'm recording YouTube videos, I need to save so often. Almost like I can't even speak. After every single match, I save just in case it crashes, and I lose that because that's the result. That is the first result. That is the result I want to go by. So obviously I tried to get a similar one, and the closest I could get to in about 10 attempts was a 3-2 victory. I know I didn't score 3 goals before, but I didn't concede any goals before either, so I kind of get rid of the clean sheet. It kind of evens itself out a bit. We've actually done extremely well though in the league. Next match we played Bedworth, who I think are new to the league. We beat them 3-1, Steve Bird and Simon Trebs getting 2 goals there. Unfortunately, Simon Trebs picked up an injury, but I think he played in this one still. We won 3-0 away to Dis. Andy Mustoe getting a goal, Jim Miller and Spencer Bennett, who I will show you in a minute is our new centre midfield / striker, who has really, really good physicals. He's not new, I think he's from the, from the youth system, but he's really decent. Next match we beat Dorchester 3-1. Andy Mustoe getting another one. Simon Trebs getting a goal and picking up that injury that he sustained. And Wayne Moore getting a goal. So that was a really, really nice victory against Dorchester, who are a team I don't think we've beaten before. I'm not sure. Stourbridge we'd actually beaten before, but we beat them 2-0. Andy Mustoe getting another one, and Anthony Watson this time getting the goal. Unfortunately, Adam Griffiths picked up a knock. We'll have a quick look at the squad. As you can see, Simon Trebs injured, Jonathan Butcher has picked up an injury, and Tom Scott is still out. He has 4 weeks to 2 months left on his cruciate ligament, so we're not really rushing him back because Adam Griffiths is actually playing quite well, but I would like to see him back. Something that's quite interesting, you can see our goal scorers so far. Look at those ratings, guys. So good, so high. Simon Trebs with an average rating of 8.08. 5 goals in 4 matches. Andy Mustoe not close behind with 3 goals in 4 matches. For a right back / left back, that's pretty sweet. I'm very happy to see that, and a few other players chipping in with goals. This is Spencer Bennett. He is our youth player. Not the best statistics technically, but look at those physical stats. 11 pace, 13 stamina, 10 strength, 11 natural fitness, 10 balance. Pretty important physical attributes which are helping him to play in a variety of positions: striker, attacking midfielder, centre midfielder, and can also play on the right. So we'll have a quick look at the league. Look at that, guys. 5 wins. We are 15 points and 4 points ahead of Gosport. Danny Boylan has actually topped the goal scorers. He has scored 6 in 5, not 5 in 4. We can actually approach to sign him if we want. Can't really see the benefit. I mean, he's got quite good finishing and first touch. Pretty decent mentals, but his pace is quite low. I don't know, we might go in for him. We might compare him to Simon Trebs and just have a look at that. I can't remember what happened in the last episode. We didn't sign that striker. Unfortunately, he didn't want to agree any personal terms. We've tried a few more strikers, but nobody seems to be biting the bait. Nobody really wants to come. So we're fairly content with our own squad, how it's going. And actually, I think there was a statistic. It was like we're now unbeaten in about 12 or 10 games. I'm not sure, which is like a new record either for us or for the league. So that's really nice to see. But we're going to go into this match. Sorry if I'm a bit slow or I'm a bit quiet. I'm actually recording this at about 2 a.m. So that you guys can get it the day after and I'm not busy and not at work, which is what I will be doing. So sorry about that if it's a bit slow, but some of them will be. Some of them will be very entertaining. This one I'm hoping will be a nice, comfortable victory versus Cambridge C. So we're going to do a quick pick and just see what's selected. Still on the left, Howell on the right, that's okay. Tony Walker's still not got great conditioning. Trebs, Butcher and Scott all out. In terms of in centre midfield, Mullen's got 2.5 stars there. Bell's got 3.5 stars there. Moore's got 3 stars there. Griffiths and Watson on the right, and Bennett up front. He hasn't got the best conditioning, so he might have to play Gary Stokes. I think we'll give Gary Stokes a game and just see how he does. Can he play as a target man? Yes, he can. He's got 2 stars as a target man, which is actually really decent. And for centre back pairing, Scott Asafu can come on instead of Marsden, who isn't playing that great. I think Killip can also come on the bench instead of Marsden, just because I want to give Killip a few games. Actually, Killip can start instead of Asafu and hopefully do well. So we're going to submit the team. So obviously this is our home control fluid tactic. If you haven't seen it before, then why haven't you watched any of the other episodes? Because we pretty much used it in all our home matches. Obviously we have an away tactic as well, which is fairly similar, just with a defensive midfielder instead of the attacking midfielder. Team, yep, pick up where you left off. I'm not really too fussed about the assistant talk. One thing we did do to hopefully improve our finances is to not remove the scout, because the club apparently couldn't afford that, but cancel all scouting costs, get rid of everything he has to do. Obviously we still have to pay his wages, which is really annoying. It's still it's only £90 per week, but it's difficult that's there. Michael Killip in his first game actually picks up an injury, so Asafid Ajay is going to come on. But yeah, because our scouting costs were about 6k a month, and that might not sound like much, but we've been okay in terms of profit. I think we're getting higher attendances this season. Maybe it's just the growing reputation of the club. Hopefully that's the case. But yeah, we've been getting a few more gate receipts than we did last season. So I'm just thinking that small percentages, get rid of as many costs as you can. As we go 1-0 up there, Gary Stokes actually with a long range header. Pretty good target man player, if I do say myself. But Raven is through. Good save though from Booth. And we need to clear this out now. That is the end of it. Very, very good save from Booth. But as I was saying, yeah, we got rid of all the scouting costs. It's always important to get rid of just costs that don't really mean much to you. Right now, we don't really need a scout. I really wanted to get rid of him, just to get rid of that small wage, but it was not available. But spending about 6k on scouting a month is damaging to our finances. If you think about it, times it by 10, that's 60, so 12 is 72. Just not good. It's just not really good enough. We don't want to lose 72k a season, and that doesn't include for the transfer window when I'm obviously looking for more players. So I'm happy with the performance. I'm going to tell them to keep it up, and hopefully they do. So the Southern Premier has proved to be a stumbling block for Hertford so far, only finishing 17th last season, 2 points ahead of the relegation. This season has kicked off as to an absolute flyer. We've done incredibly well. Hopefully it continues on that sense. I kind of think it does, or it can. Just how well our confidence is at the moment. All players are either good or very good if they're playing a few games. We have a lot of people chipping in with goals, and Simon Trebs is actually scoring quite a few as well, which is pretty key. Andy Mustoe also coming up with a few, which is not unheard of in Mustoe's career. He's actually a proven goal scorer for Hertford from his free kicks. But hopefully that continues and we push on from the season, because it might be a bit boring watching if I'm just staying in the same league and just struggling down at the bottom. I want to get promoted into leagues that people recognise, against teams that people recognise, from Football Manager at least. Maybe not, you might recognise a local team, but you might not recognise, but you will recognise the teams in the Skrill North and South if you have ever managed down there. So if we do get promoted to the Skrill South, then obviously that would be a huge achievement. That will be in 4 seasons as well, to get to league football. Well, it's still non-league, but league in terms of added to the Football Manager database, and that is a big milestone in Hertford's career. I think quite a few teams might be professional, which would help in terms of our finances when they get to Skrill South, but I think it might be a league higher that they're kind of shifting to it, so we'll give them a few seasons at least just to see how the professional status actually works out. So Spencer Bennett, I'm going to bring him on here. No one really to replace. Oh, Waymore's actually playing well. I meant to replace Adam Griffiths. Jack Mullen doesn't have the best fitness, so I'm clicking Jim Miller. Actually, I prefer to bring Jim Miller on. He can come on instead of Norman Bell, who isn't looking fantastic out on the pitch today. I would like to replace one of the wingers. Unfortunately, that might not be possible. The backup on the wings is pretty poor. That is, to be honest, that is an area I would like to improve, but unfortunately I don't really have the money at the moment. That was some poor possession to give away. Collected back from Mullen though. Griffiths, I don't know if that's a good tackle. It's in a weird area. Hopefully they shouldn't just be able to send it up to their players, which they don't. And we should keep them in the corner. Jim Miller clearing it now, who plays it to Watson. He's got to play it. What was that? What was that effort? That is the standard sometimes, guys, on show in this league. We're going to switch to counter, something that I often say I don't advocate, but I'm a bit nervy. I'm not liking how we're playing. Unless we can steal the ball now with some good pressure, but it doesn't look likely. Miller nearly played it through straight to one of their strikers, but Booth collects it up and sends it long, so it's all good, it's all fine. Gary Stokes is actually James Roach actually has the highest rating on our team so far, and we have picked up an injury. It's actually Watson. I thought it was Stokes. It said Stokes. Bennett is going to come on. No, he doesn't play in that position, don't shout at me, but he is an attacking player, and I'm going to just keep him around there, just keep him in and around that area. Hopefully he comes inside a bit more. I think this tactic might be actually, it's quite narrow, so that should be okay. Oh god, but Broughton is through on goal, but that is an excellent save from Booth there. Right, we're going to have a quick change of the tactics. We're going to drop Miller back a little bit, drop Bennett back into the centre midfield role, put Moore to the right, and Griffiths into the left midfield slot, and we'll hopefully continue that. If we don't concede from this corner, then I kind of see positive things from Hertford. That's a very good clearance there from Howell. It's not one of those 3-0 victories or 2-0 victories that we've had before, but a 1-0 victory is, well, I'm happy to accept that. 3 minutes of added time. Hopefully they're just dead highlights. This potentially might be a real highlight, unless we pressure quite well. That's good pressure from the defence, but Raven is through. He sends it wide though, and that's got to be it. That is it for the Hertford game. They get the 3 points today, and we get another win. It's just ridiculous, guys. That is why I said that I wasn't cheating, because I literally don't believe it myself. Look at those stats. I mean, 6 shots against 15, 2 shots on target against 7. They had 6 clear-cut chances, but Booth saved them all. He actually got man of the match with a 7.7 rating. So hopefully that proves to you guys nothing about this is cheating. This is all legit. I'm not sure what I'm seeing either, but a nice goal from Gary Stokes from a corner sends Hertford to a 1-0 victory against a very dominant Cambridge side. Look at that, guys. 6 wins, 18 points, and Maidenhead are now 6 points off. Obviously, they have a game in hand. But it's all looking dandy for Hertford. I'm going to end the episode there, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then obviously give it a nice little thumbs up down there. Oh, look at that, Anthony Watson, 7 assists. That is really nice to see. But yeah, if you did like it, then let me know. Comment down below if you want to see more. If you want me to try and upload this quicker, then obviously I'll do so. Right now I think it's an episode every 2 days, which I'm quite happy with. It's fairly manageable. I reckon I could probably push myself to an episode a day. But obviously it's up to you guys. If you want to do that, then let me know. If you're perfectly happy, then just let me know that you're happy, and yeah, and I'll be happy. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.